and this is a production about the VK3001H. Other designation, Panzer 6, type, medium tank. Manufacturer, Epochal. 4 prototype chassis produced between March and October 1941. And just incidentally, I drew the 4, and they are a thumbnail sketch of a concept of a model form by which I'm going to work with. So when you see them, please do not jump down my throat. Here are the 4 chassis models, prototypes. Maybe this is the only place where you will see them. This one has a turret, incidentally. Crew, 5. Weight, 32 tons. Length, 5.8 meters. Width, 3.16 meters. Height, 1.85 meters. Engine, Maybach HL116. Gearbox, 6 forward, 1 reverse. Speed, 25 kilometers per hour. Armament, 1 7.5 centimeter KWK L24 or 1 10.5 centimeter KWK L28. 1 7.92 millimeter MG34, 1 7.92 millimeter MG34. Traverse, 360 degrees hydraulic. The one machine gun is mounted in the turret, and the MG34 mounted in the hull is hand traversed. Sight for the main armament is PZF9. It is the same for the turret machine gun. The hand machine gun in the hull is sighted with the KGZF2. Armor, millimeters by angle, front, side, rear, top, bottom. Now we'll jump to the turret of the VK3001H. Here's the turret. Armor, turret front, 50 millimeters at an unknown angle. Turret side, 30 millimeters at an unknown angle. Rear turret, unknown millimeters at an unknown angle. Top, bottom, ditto. Front superstructure, which is here. Front superstructure, 50 millimeters at 10 degrees. Side superstructure, 30 millimeters at 0 degrees. Rear superstructure, 50 millimeters at 0 degrees. Top, bottom superstructure, is 25 millimeters at unknown angle. Hull is this lower bottom part. I'll show you in the picture. The lower bottom part is the hull here. The front would be, presume the front is right here. 50 millimeters at 13.5 degrees. Side, 30 millimeters at 0 degrees. Rear is 50 millimeters at 5.5 degrees. Here. And top bottom of the hull, that'd be top bottom of the hull, I guess it's something like this, and it's 35 millimeters at 20 degrees and 22 degrees. So that's a pretty interesting angle from at the top bottom part of the hull. History. On 9 September 1938, the Waffenamt Ordnance Department authorized Henschel to start work on a proposal to meet the VK3001 specification. Henschel based their VK3001H on the DW2 prototype. However, dry pin tracks were used in place of the needle-bearing tracks. Early 1940, the first trials took place and a test series of 8 was ordered. The first VK3001H were ready in March 1941. But in May, it was decided to abandon this development in favor of the heavier VK3601. The two more VK3001H were completed in October 1941. The existing chassis were used extensively during the testing of the VK3601 and later the VK4501H. After the war had ended, a VK3001H was recovered from the Henschel Proving Ground intact and in running order. 12 turrets were built by Krupp. 6 armed with the KWK L-24 were issued for mounting in permanent emplacements. Combat service. None. Used as trial and test vehicle and in tank driver training schools. So here's plate 439, and the caption reads, VK3001H left with weights to simulate the turret above the chassis on trials. So here are the weights to simulate a turret. Here is the other plate. And again, this is plate 440. And it reads, VK3001H left with weights to simulate the turret above the chassis on trials. Here's the chassis on trial, obviously. Here's the weights, and apparently there's also like another turret above here, and it looks like there's little windows here and a little hatch. And this plate does not have that. And that is a production about the Epochal VK3001H. Hope you enjoyed this production.